Hey, what's up, people? Tony here, and welcome back to another TTBurger game reviews, and this is episode 117, part 3, as we continue my Ridge Racer series review. And I want to apologize for the way my voice sounds there. I'm kind of getting over a cold here and stuff, so if my voice sounds kind of hoarse in this review, I do apologize there. I just want to clear it up there. But those of you who missed what happened in part 2, what is the best way to solve this? I know, something called a TTBurger recap to show you all what you missed. In part 2, I took a look at Ridge Racer Revolution, aka Ridge Racer 2 on the PlayStation, gave it an 8 out of 10 because while it was an improvement in like the graphics and stuff and the game was fun, it felt more like an expansion instead of a sequel and stuff, and not that many improvements were made and stuff. So I had to take the points off of there and gave it a slightly lower score. It's still a good game and stuff like that, and if you're looking for a Ridge Racer game and stuff like that to satisfy you and stuff, then definitely pick it up because it's still worth it. For today's episode 117 part 3, we're going to look at the third Ridge Racer game released on the PlayStation here, and we got it right here, and this is not called Ridge Racer 3. This game is called Rage Racer, released on the PlayStation here, and in this game here, we were introduced to the Ridge Racer mascot in the United States called Riko Nagase, who started off her first appearance in the arcade game Rage Racer, released only in Japan in 1995, and then in 1996 here, she was introduced in Rage Racer and stuff, and released in Japan on December 3rd, 1996, and then April 30th, 1997 in North America, and then in Europe in June the same year. Now, what is there to say about Rage Racer? It improves a lot over the first two games, definitely. It definitely improves a lot over the first two games. And it definitely shows that, like, they kind of hit sort of a foul ball with Ridge Racer Revolution, but then they got back up on their feet and hit the home run and stuff. Now, is this game a huge improvement? Yes, it is a huge improvement, but it still has some small problems that we have to talk about here. But for the most part, the game is a huge improvement here. And as we take a look here at the cutscene start that, like I said, it shows Riko Nagase in her first appearance in the PlayStation game and stuff like that. And it just showed that, like, the graphics and gameplay and everything were getting better and better and stuff as time went on. Riko Nagase doesn't talk at all and stuff, and you can't play as her, but still, she's the mascot, and it showed that the Ridge Racer series is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, as you can see here, for the start of the game here, we have no minigame to play at the beginning, and that's fine. It didn't need to have a minigame to play at the beginning, because like this was back when Galaga and Galaxy were still a big thing back then and stuff, and that's why they didn't have that and such. But as we get started here, we have two modes to choose from, not counting the save load option. You have Grand Prix and Time Attack, and Grand Prix in here is like, they did a huge improvement here where you can actually unlock cars and stuff like that by buying them with money that you win in race stuff. You place first, second, or third. And that's actually another improvement they made here as well. You don't have to come in first place in all the races to win. You can place yourself in first, second, or third, and then you'll get credits or money or whatever to unlock more cars and stuff. Problem is though that some of the cars can be very expensive and stuff, and I'll talk about this problem later on here. But as we pick our car here, the only car we have here is the Gennady Esperanza, which was made in I don't remember, Italy or France. I don't remember which one. But then we get started, and we can see here that the game's graphics have definitely improved here. I mean, like, the car models are not blocky anymore and stuff, and they look very nice looking stuff. But I will admit though that a lot of the colors in the background start that look very dark. Like, there's a lot of gray and black in a lot of them stuff. Like, sure, you got some green for the grass and stuff and blue for the sky, but it uses a lot of dark colors for some reason. I don't know if they're trying to go for a futuristic look for this, but just, I don't know, just like the graphics do look good, just that they could have used some better color palettes and stuff like that instead of using gray and black a lot and stuff. It just looks kind of depressing at times and such, but it's still a good looking game, and frame rate is smooth for the most part. There are a couple times where the game will slow down and stuff, but this is actually pretty rare in the game, so you're not gonna notice this at all. So you don't have to worry there. And like for the sound, the sound has improved. We got a lot of those Japanese techno tracks and stuff. And we got some industrial techno tracks too that sound great. And the announcer this time, it sounds like some computer female voice. It sounds like a futuristic robot and stuff, which I don't have an opinion on it. I mean, like it's still I don't have a feeling. I mean, like the announcer does its job. I mean, sure, people are going to be missing the hokey announcer from the first 2 games, but still, this one I'll give it a pass. So I guess because I don't have an opinion on it and stuff, like I'll just give it a pass because it's just what it is. And the engine sound more realistic, stuff like your cars sound more realistic and stuff, and that's nice there too, definitely. And now we got to get into the meat of the game here, the gameplay, and the gameplay has improved a lot, but there are still a couple of problems that do affect this game and for getting it a perfect score and stuff. It has improved a lot, but I'm just gonna say it there. Now, like I mentioned here, you have multiple cars that you can unlock and stuff, and like I mentioned, the problem is that like it can cost a lot of money to unlock new cars and stuff. And this is the problem here because the opponent in AI in this game can be very, very brutal at times and stuff like that. Like there are times where I've been able to get in 3rd, 2nd, or 1st with no problem, but other times I've gotten in 4th place or 5th and stuff, and I've failed the race. And you can retry and stuff too, but you only get 5 chances. Once you're done, you lose all your chances. You're done, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna have to either load your data or so, or hope some miracle happens and stuff, and that's what it is. I mean, to be honest with opponent AI, they can also be very, very easy too and stuff, and you can easily get new record stuff too, which is a plus there. But most of the time, the opponent AI will whoop your ass and stuff. And drifting has improved a little bit here. It's still a little stiff with the controls and stuff like that when you drift, but for the most part, the controls have improved out when you're turning stuff. But drifting still needed a little bit of time to work on there and stuff. Is the thing. I mean, like, you got more courses too, and they're improving where you have more courses that you can race in too, while some of them are similar to one another. They're longer, they're bigger, and they got more stuff going on in them too, and of course they got the advanced lighting where, like, the day and night transitions too, how it was in the other games. But this series has improved a lot there too and stuff, and it's just simple fun racing. And this game was actually not released in the arcades, actually. Like, I should mention that this was the first Ridge Racer game that was actually not released in the arcades and stuff for some reason. I'm not sure why and stuff, but still, it showed that Ridge Racer was getting better and better. I mean, I know it's not like I'm complaining here about the game, but the truth is this game is actually better than the first 2 games stuff. It definitely is better than the first 2 games. It just needed some more time to work on stuff, because like the problems with the drifting and the opponent AI can be very brutal at times there and stuff. But still, this game does have a lot of replay value and fun factor, especially because all the cars you can unlock, all the courses you can race in, and how like they can be pretty challenging there and stuff too. But just more could have been done with like the graphics and stuff, and just like with the opponent AI and stuff. Is what I mean. I mean, like, it sounds like I'm complaining, but the truth is I'm not, people. Believe me, I'm not. I mean, I enjoyed this game a lot here. I mean, like, because it could also introduce Riko Nagase as the mascot of Ridge Racer, and she's been in most of the Ridge Racer games ever since then. And we gotta think this game, home console wise, and we gotta think Ray Racer in Japan for introducing her and stuff, because I mean, like, not all games need a mascot, but she definitely fits the style of Ridge Racer and stuff. And Rage Racer definitely delivers there, definitely. And my final verdict here goes like this. I know I complained about the opponent AI and the graphics and stuff like that and stuff, like being a little too dark and dreary and stuff, and the controls being a little bit stiff when you drift and such. But believe me, this game is amazing. It's definitely an improvement. It's not going to get a perfect score because of the problems I have with it, but it definitely gets a higher score than the other 2 games. I'll be giving the game a 9 out of 10 because of the problems I have with it. But if you can overlook the problems with like the opponent AI and like the drifting problems and the cars being expensive to buy and stuff like that and such, then you got yourself a must-buy here. But we're not done yet, though. We're not close to be done yet. Next up, we're going to be looking at the Ridge Racer game that was actually released as a part of the PlayStation Classic bundle, and and stuff. And this pretty much showed that Ridge Racer was capable of doing more and more and more. And we got this guy right here. This is R4 Ridge Racer Type 4. Now this next part here will be a little longer because we got the actual game disc here, but not only that, we're also going to take a look at the bonus disc too. I'm going to show you the bonus disc here as well, because there's a lot of goodies here that needs to be shown in this here. Because yeah, many people would just show the actual game itself, but I want to show you guys the bonus disc as well, because some copies came with the bonus disc, some didn't. And I want to, since this one came with the bonus disc, I want to show you what kind of goodies this game had to show you what was coming out for the future. So if you want to see what comes up, feel free to check out episode 117 part 4, because we have a lot to talk about in this part. This part may be a little longer because of what stuff I have to say, but just bear with me here. I promise you this will be worth it. Which all I gotta say, this is Tony. Peace out and have a great day, and see you all in episode 117 part 4.